guys, if you are interested in how to learn how to foam roll or not foam roll and use other devices that might be more helpful for the arms, stay tuned because that is what we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm Dr. Sarah Sewell from Resilience RX, and let's get started. So foam rolling, when it comes to the arms, probably not the most useful trick. The one area of the upper body that I'm including in the arms that I like for foam rolling is the lats. So the lats start kind of at your pelvis or your hips, come all the way up. They actually come through and insert on the front of the shoulder. So the best way to foam roll them is to lay on your side and start up and through here on the middle of the foam roller, not on the side, otherwise it tips on you. And get up and through here. As you roll down, you're gonna wanna switch to where that foam roller is on your back. And as you roll up, switch more to the side. Reason being is because that's what the muscle does. The muscle's more in your back down here. And as you come up, it comes around the side as it comes through to the front there. It's also incredibly uncomfortable to foam roll and go straight down because then you put all that pressure on your ribs and it just doesn't feel good. So you'll know if you're doing it wrong, if you get kind of a sharp pain or your ribs are like moving a little bit, not so great. Probably will not do any damage, but it's just not the most uncomfortable or best way to foam roll the lats. In terms of the arms, these can need a little bit of love or a little bit of help with rolling stuff out. When you do a lot of repetitive hand motions, say you're a dental hygienist, or if you're lifting a lot, you're gripping something that uses all these muscles. So for that, I like to take a lacrosse ball because it's smaller, so it better targets stuff, and you can use it against the wall. So kind of sticking it here, getting all kind of in through here. You can move it back in through here to get your triceps in the back of the arm. You can face the wall and do your biceps if that biceps tendon is bothering you. You can go inside the elbow. You can go outside. You can do it with your other hand too, but sometimes that's not as effective. Kind of fun little trick I realized this past weekend though is that when you go traveling in hotels, they give you like those really like small thin bars of soap, right? Those are actually really good for kind of scraping your arm if you need a little bit of just kind of extra that doesn't, or if you find this doesn't quite do it for you, that can actually feel really nice, just kind of going up and down the muscles, and then you can move your arm around. You can also usually find scraper tools on Amazon. Some of them can be a bit pricey. In truth, one of the main differences between the prices is the brand name. So if you want to get one on the cheaper side, that is going to work just the same as one that costs 3 times as much. Or if you want a device that is already at your local gym, you can use a barbell. So here you can go back and forth on top. This is a little bit more narrow than that foam roller, so it provides a little bit better pressure. You can also go underneath, and careful the weight of barbell that you use for this though, because this can be pretty intense, and roll it back and forth. You can do it, roll your arm around. You can also set this barbell up on like a squatting rack or a rig, as CrossFitters like to call it, and you can take your tricep and roll your tricep out on it. That is a lot easier than rolling your tricep out on the ground like this. But if you want to lay on the ground while you're rolling your arm out, you can do it that way too. So those are some ways to roll your arm out. In general, when it comes to the arms, you have to get a little bit more creative because the muscles are typically smaller in order to get that same, I don't want to say comfortable because it's not really a comfortable feeling, but it feels better typically when you're done. In order to get that feeling, you typically need to go with smaller objects or harder objects, or objects that just have a smaller surface area because your arms are smaller, except for the lats, which are great for a foam roller. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me